So recently, Joelle and I had the great pleasure and privilege, actually, to visit with some very dear friends of ours who all had newborn babies very close together. In fact, two of them had their babies on the same day. And so, as we were holding these newborns in our arms, which was a great privilege and a very magical thing, the thought occurred to me, what is it about a newborn baby that can charm an entire room of adults, that can just absolutely melt all of our hearts? You know, when we look out at our society in the modern day, it's especially in America, it's a very compare and compete type of culture. We're constantly measuring ourselves against the success of others and somehow feeling like we're less than or not enough or lacking in some way. But holding these newborn babies was a real eye-opening experience. And the answer came to me as I meditated on this, that the clue is in the fact that we're human beings. And you guys have heard these cliches a lot. We're human beings, not human doings, not human havings, not human accomplishings or achievings or scalings our businesses or manifesting or, right? We're human beings, and so our intrinsic worth, our value is inherent just by the very fact that we're here, that we're alive, that we are being alive, we're being human. That's our value. Because a baby doesn't have a bank balance. Baby has no money, has no social media account, no followers, no subscribers on their YouTube channel. Baby doesn't have a car or an executive private jet, right? Baby doesn't have anything like that. And yet they're so precious and so valuable, and they have so much worth. Of course, there's a divine dimension about the potential. You know, what's this baby going to do in their life? What's their future going to be like? That mystery, right? And I've had the privilege over the years of casting many birth charts for newborns and giving readings to the parents about their child's potential, about their destiny. And this has long been done traditionally in India. Still to this day, when a newborn baby is born, the parents will consult a qualified astrologer to cast the chart so they can know, like, what's this soul here to do, so they can get behind that soul and support them and encourage them and facilitate what they're here to do. What is their contribution back to the greater good? Right? It's an ancient practice, but it's very culturally specific to the Eastern, more indigenous types of cultures. So, along the lines of self-worth and our intrinsic value as human beings, I was meditating on Chiron, the wounded healer, and its recent ingress into the sign of Taurus. And Taurus has long been known in astrology to resonate with the second house of our charts, which is our earned income, all of our tools and resources, and our self-worth. The things we value, the things we find important, our priorities in life, and hence our sense of self-worth. So this was really interesting. I looked back on my software just now, and the day that Chiron left the cardinal fire sign of Aries and entered the fixed earth sign of Taurus was Friday, June 19th, 2026. Juneteenth, the day that represents or commemorates that day in 1865 when Union soldiers were in Galveston, Texas, and announced that the last enslaved human being was now free. And of course, this is ironic because this event came a full 2 years or more after Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. So anyway, Chiron, the wounded healer, and Taurus, the sign of self-worth. Interesting, isn't it? Juneteenth. I just found that very cosmic, very synchronistic. So anyway, I just thought I'd share these reflections with you. My intent in sharing my content always is to share something that encourages, that validates, that reminds us that we're all in this together.